Hi everybody and welcome to Push Luck Podcast video review. Today we'll be moving away from our usual normal videos about Euro games, and we'll be going on to a smaller solo player game this time, all the way from Japan. And the game's name is Shephy. The publisher is Bouken Adventure Planning Service. It is a new publisher, I've not heard of it before. And the designer is, and the illustrator of the game seems to be same person, same entity, and is by the name of pawn, as in when you play chess, the pawn, the piece, and not the other type of pawn. Yeah. So this is a solo player game, a lightweight solo player game. Think along the lines of Friday. All right, and it is nicely drawn, nicely illustrated. There's English rules in the game, and English text on the cards itself. There are some little queries on what the cards really mean, but the game plays quite smoothly and quite easy to learn. However, it's going to be quite difficult to win the game. So let's take a look at what the game comprises of, how it plays, and my thoughts. Right, so this is the table, as you can see, that will comprise of the game Shephy. First, you will need to lay out all the different stacks of sheep that you have in the game. These are like your sheep stock or your sheep market. You can think of it that way. And players will always start with a number 1 sheep in their play area. Now take note, when players are gathering sheep, they can at most only have 7 cards in front of them, as in 7 sheep cards in front of them. You cannot have more than that. Now the sheep numbers from 1, 3, 10, 30, 100, 300, and 1000. So the objective of the game is to get at least one of these 1000 cards before the end of round 3. This will be the round track your rounds, number of rounds that you have here. So after every round, you always rotate this, and by the end of round 3, if you still do not get at least 1000 card in your area, right, you will have lost the game. So, and if you take a look at the art, it's all very cute. I mean, oh my gosh, it's all so cute. Look at this wall of sheep and this humongous sheep. So all the cards in the game are individually illustrated and it's really very nicely done. Now the main gist of the game for the player would be that this stack of cards. So this is the main gist of the game. Using these cards, you'll be trying to grow your herd and prevent disasters from happening to your herd. Now, I think there are about 20 something cards here, and at least more than half of the cards are to hurt you. For example, the meteor strike. It will cause you to release or lose 3 sheep cards, and then remove this card from the game. So the whole purpose of the game is for you to balance the cards that you have in hand, play them optimally, know the cards that you have in the entire deck, because you will be playing all the cards in this deck. So a round will occur in this way. First, you shuffle all the cards that you have. Right, you draw 5 cards, and then you will be choosing to play a card from your hand. Okay, after you play a card, you discard it, you refresh back up to 5 again, and then you continue until the draw deck is empty. When the draw deck is empty, you still need to play all the cards in your hand until all cards are essentially played. Take note that any time during the game, if you do not have any more sheep left in front of you, you also automatically lose the game. So it's all about managing the hands, getting the sheep that you want, and getting as much of the high number sheep as you can, and ensuring that you get at least one of the 1000 cards before the round ends. So it is quite an interesting game because there's many things you can do, and there are also quite a lot of things that can hurt you. So you really need to be aware of the cards and then manage them correctly. For example, if you look at this card, the Shephy, it causes you to release 7 sheep cards. Now, if you remember that you only have 7 cards in front of you, so if you have to play this card, you do not manage to mitigate it, then you will lose the game. Essentially, it will cause you to lose the game. There are cards like that will help you. For example, if you look at the sheepdog, right, it helps you to discard 1 card from your hand, so it can negate one of those bad cards. If you happen to be lucky,
there's also a bit of luck because when you are shuffling and you're drawing a deck, right, there's also a bit of the luck of the draw. If you happen to draw all 5 unlucky cards, then, well, you can say bye bye and then you can restart again. If you happen to get the planning sheet and the all-purpose sheet together, now the all-purpose sheet allows you to copy any of the cards that you have in your hand. So if you have this card and you copy the planning sheet, you can remove the bad cards from the game. So it helps you to reduce the number of bad cards you have in the subsequent rounds. However, it's a double-edged sword because it will also reduce the number of cards you can play per round and will make subsequent rounds shorter. So it kind of makes you more tense. There's more tension that you need to rush to make sure that you get the 1000 sheep card. Let's play a round. I'll show you one round and how it works. So I'll shuffle the cards here. Right, and I'll draw 5 cards. Okay, and I'll see what I have. So I'll have Slump, which releases half of my sheep cards. Which Lightning, release your highest ranking sheep card. Crowding, release all but 2 sheep cards. Shephy, which is the worst card you can have in a deck. And the last one is Golden Hooves. Now, one of the odd things about the game, which could be due to translation, is the way they use the term highest ranking sheep card. I've been playing it such that it means release all of your highest ranking sheep cards. Some people on BGG has mentioned that this only means that you only release one of your highest ranking sheep card, but it's questionable what it actually means. Some people have also said that it actually means that all of your highest ranking sheep cards. So I do hope that the designer sees the forum and this video and perhaps get back to us on how to really understand what this term means. I've been playing it such that it means release all of your highest ranking sheep cards, so perhaps it makes it more difficult for me, but probably more challenging as well to play. So it is quite surprising because in this little box of the game, and you already have need for FAQ, a small FAQ. Alright, so let's go through the first round. So I look at all these cards, they are all not very good, but I could play Crowding, for example, because it release all but 2 sheep cards, but I only have 1, so it kind of negates this effect. So I'll play this card, put it in the discard pile, I'll draw 1 more card in my hand. Alright, so this inspiration allows me to look through the deck and add 1 card to my hand. So I could release half of my, play Slump now, release half of my sheep cards rounded down. Round down, so half of 1 round down is 0. So I do not lose anything. So I can throw the card away. So next one is Multiply. I can place 3 sheep card in the field. So I will play Multiply. So I take 1 sheep card and place it in my field. Next, let's take a look. Wolves, reduce the rank of my highest ranking sheep card by 1. And if your highest ranking sheep card is a 1, you release it. So let's see what do I play next. I will play this the wolves. So I'll reduce the rank of my highest ranking sheep by 1. So this 3 becomes a 1, and then I will draw this. This is the planning sheet. It allows you to remove 1 card in your hand from the game, which is helpful because I'll need to remove the Shephy. But before I do that, I'm going to go and look for the copy sheet. So I'll look through the deck. Alright, and I'll get the copy sheet. All-purpose sheet. Oh, it was the next one. Oh well. So I'll shuffle the deck. And then I'll draw this. Okay, so now I'll copy. Choose a card from hand, play this card in place of the card you choose. So I will copy the planning sheet. I will discard Shephy. So now I have 3 cards in hand. I'll draw back up to 5. So in a way, you can see how it will make the game end faster. So now I can, I don't know if I need to censor this, but yeah. So I will need to duplicate one of my sheep cards. So I'll duplicate the level 1 sheep cards. So if you look now, I only have 3 level 1 sheep cards, and I don't think this will end very well for me. Next one is Meteor. Release 3 sheep cards and then remove this card from game. So I will use my sheepdog to throw away the Meteor. So I draw another 2 cards now. and I will choose Dominion. Choose any number of sheep cards in the field and add their values, and then replace them with one sheep card of equal or lesser value. So I'll remove this tree and put a tree here. I'll do this. So this is how a round typically continues. So you play this until this deck is empty, then you finish the rest of the cards from your hand, and then you see whether you have met the objective. If not, you just turn this and you go to the next round. So that is the whole game of Shephy.
Okay, so that was the gameplay of Shephy. It is quite a cute little game. I enjoyed it. It was when I first saw John reported on it in Essen 2013. I really liked the art and graphics. I did put it on my wish list. It could be a bit tricky to find. I think they are supposed to release it later in 2014. But John managed to hunt down a copy and gave it to me for my Christmas present. So thank you, John. And I think there are still people selling copies of it online, so you can hunt them down. It is quite fun. The art is nice. It's easy to look at. Yes, there's some odd bits of the text that we need to decipher, or you can play in two different modes. For example, the easier mode will be if you choose only one highest level card and not all your highest level card, or you can choose the harder mode where you choose all the highest level cards instead of just one. So it is an interesting game. I have not yet beaten it yet. I will definitely report when I finally do. I don't know how many plays that will be, but judging from my 5 plays so far, I've managed to only get at most 400 plus points. So I guess it will probably take me another 20-50 plays. We'll see. So if this I do play solo games, but this is one of the first one that I have reviewed on this video channel. So I will see what I can do with the other solo games that I play, and we'll see whether we can come up with a series. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video.